This is the A1 Ford 8-cut kit. This is for drilling out ignitions that have failed, or perhaps they've already been swapped, so the door and the ignition no longer match. I will show it. I've got keys down here that work. This is a personal truck of mine, and I've already drilled it for practice. So now that I have a pretty good understanding, I'm just going to kind of show it. This key blank has a special tip that's pointed. Bow's cut off and all that. It mates with the bezel puller. So this thing's pretty tight. Find a good angle. You gotta open it up, slide it on, and then get it nice and even, and then over the key blank, and then you start screwing it tight. Make sure it stays nice and straight. There, it pops off the bezel, and your key blank remains. Pull that out. And so it comes with a jig to help you set the depth of your drill bit. And basically, the depth is like that. You set it in the drill or in the jig like this, and chuck it up to where the chuck butts up against the jig. And then once you've done that, it'll leave a certain amount of the bit exposed. And then you position the jig over the ignition so that the hole is on the left side. And then you proceed to drill until you bottom out. And then once you do that, you take the tension tool. It's got a nice little bend in it. And you get it in there until the 90-degree angle butts up against the face. Okay? And the tension is applied, you know, whichever way you position this upward. So you want to rotate it to where it's tensioning upward into the sidebar. You grab one of these picks. This may be tricky one-handed. Alright, so you stick it in. And the moment, oh, see, it's already picked. Whenever that can rotate down, that means it's picked. And then with the pick, you turn it just ever so slightly, pull the pick out, and what I do now is stick in that little key that they give you, because it raises the buzzer, and you pull out your tensioning tool. Don't reset the lock. Okay. Now you freed up the sidebar, and it can turn over. And so now that it can turn over, you can grab a pick, and under the shroud is a hole right here. And you put that in and push, and the ignition comes out. So it works really damn good. There's the code on the ignition. And so it will still work also because you gracefully drilled like right by the sidebar. You didn't drill it out. You got right next to it so you could get that tool in and you know, apply tension. Let me try and reset this ignition real quick. Okay, so here's a working key, and it turns it like butter. No harm done. Pull out the cover or the bezel, and it mates on. Gotta flip it. Okay. this is terribly hard one-handed. Alright, there we go. Old plastic's a bitch. So, you can fit a key, and then it's back to plain Jane normal ignition. To show you that you didn't destroy the sidebar. Pretty nifty.